Yo, what is going on, guys? Flashverse here, and welcome back to another video on Legends of Tomorrow Season 5, and this will be my review for Legends of Tomorrow Season 5 Episode 15, the season finale, titled Swamp Thong. Before I get into the review, however, you guys don't forget to drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel so you are aware of more Arrowverse content coming your way. And spoiler alert, if you haven't caught up with Legends this season, or if you haven't watched this episode, you have been warned, because I will be heading into spoilers. So just before I get into the review, for me, Legends has literally redeemed itself from the god-awful Season 4. I think Season 5 was a really good season for Legends, and the Loom of Fate story and everything was really interesting, as it does have that callback to Season 2 with the Spear of Destiny, and I just thought it was cool. Now this episode did have a plot hole and something else as well, which I will get into in the review. However, this episode was so crazy. It makes you so entertained and just so excited while watching it, and that's what Legends is. Everything's meant to be so stupid, you get so entertained from it, and this episode just did not disappoint with that. I loved this episode. Now I do wish it still had that more superhero take like in Season 1, Season 2 and 3, but I really don't mind if it is like this, and but I do prefer it with the superhero take, as it is a DC show, so I wish it was a superhero thing, but yeah, that is long gone. They stopped doing that in Season 4, and I don't think it will come back. Now, just like in Season 2, we have the alternate reality thing where we are in this Loom world, and we have the Legends trying to get to the Loom of Fate to destroy it. Now, in the episode, we have the Legends splitting up, and the reason behind this, I think, is because so they could separate the two Zaris, or else it would be hard to just put them both on screen. It would be a lot of work. So the first group was Zari 2, Sara, Behrad, Constantine, and Astra. And in the other group, we had Ava, OG Zari, Mick, and Nate. So essentially, Sara's group were trying to locate the Loom of Fate to obviously destroy it, but Ava's group were in the dumpster looking for the Wave Rider, so they could get out of that world. Now we have Mick locating the Wave Rider, but the power of the Wave Rider isn't working. So one really cool thing which this leads to is actually Nate using his steel powers to jumpstart the ship, which I thought was pretty well used. Now there has been a lack of Nate's powers for a couple of seasons now, and I do wish that they do use Nate's powers more often, because they are very underused and they are cool. And we do have Astra and Constantine trying to destroy the Loom, and we have Constantine helping Astra to try and tap into her mother, so he can help Constantine with magic, I think it was. But Astra does actually get hold of the thread from the Loom. Now I thought that this was way too early in the episode to just destroy the Loom. And we also have Atropos knowing that the Legends are in the temple, so she goes out for them. And we had this short fight scene between Sara and Atropos, and Sara is able to defeat Atropos due to Sara's powers, as she senses what Atropos was about to do, which was really well done. But one really cool scene was when Behrad and Zari 2 used their wind powers to push Atropos to the Loom, and Atropos literally gets consumed by it. Now, this is one of the problems I had in the episode. We have Sara defeating Atropos and stuff, but it was never revealed why she was so unique that she was able to survive Atropos's true form, and why it was that she was given powers but no one else was. So I do wish that they kind of went in depth with that and fully explained how Sara was the one that was able to get powers for a particular reason. But the destruction of the Loom leads to Sara losing her powers and getting her sight back. Now the Legends do use the Wave Rider, and they're going 4 months into the future, and they're still in the Loom reality. However, this time The loom is powered by Gideon in the form of a smartwatch. And we do have the legends entering the temple as well, and they head to a history museum, and we first head to the Hall of Bad Ideas, where we have the bouncy shoes, cigarettes, and glitters. And we do have the thong song as well, which does play a massive part in this episode. It was just so hilarious seeing this part. Now we do have this intense scene with Behrad, and Behrad gets his original memories back, and he sees himself dying due to Argus agents, and this was in the original timeline with the OG Zari. And essentially the timeline is catching up to Behrad due to Zari being over there, so this is why Behrad is getting his original memory back. And also one other thing he gets is he's starting to have a bullet wound over there, so that part was really intense. But we do head to the Hall of Villains, and we do see that the legends are ranked as second most dangerous villains over there, which was weird. But we also had Charlie over there being the number one villain. And we did have Joseph Stalin and other people like that as well, Marie Antoinette, those people. But the legends head to the Wave Rider to construct a plan, and Charlie isn't on board with it. So we have Astra faking to be Charlie, and then we have this confrontation between Lachesis and Astra. So this leads to Lachesis sending out Encores to face off our legends, and we do see Stalin over there, and we do also have Courtney Ford returning as Marie Antoinette as well. So I just wish we could have seen Ray Palmer over there as well. I know those two are Marie Antoinette and Ray Palmer, I know they're not related, but if Brendan Routh's wife was there, I just wish that we could see Ray for at least this episode. But whatever, we do then have Legends versus the Encores, but damn you Nate, he turns on the thong song, which was hilarious. And we have a cool fight scene with the Legends and Encores. And what I really liked from this was the power that Constantine used, where he did this thing to trick one of the Encores, and then that leads to one of the Encores stabbing each other. It was cool, but it was useless. Another cool thing that I also liked was when Behrad used the totem to throw the bullets back. I know we've seen that before, but it was really, really cool, so I just wanted to mention it. But then the legends do get hold of the Encore killer weapons. They use it to defeat the Encores, obviously. But the most intense part was when Behrad is about to die due to the timeline catching up, and this leads to OG Zari having to go back inside the totem, because the two timelines are essentially fighting against each other to see who's gonna be the one that's gonna stay in this new timeline. So either Behrad has to go or Zari has to go, and Zari chooses to be the hero this time. So we have her final goodbyes with Nate and the legends before she goes back inside of the totem. But one really, really annoying thing that I noticed was the legends didn't fix the problem. They're still in that alternate reality, so I don't know if this is a writer's mistake or it was done intentionally, but the problem wasn't fixed. So I really have no idea what they're going to do, because 2020 is now in that alternate reality with the Loom Temple and stuff like that. But we do have the legends going back to the past to having this celebration, and Charlie does perform in that celebration as well. But after that, we do find out that Charlie is actually not joining the Wave Rider again. She wants to stay over there, and she's not coming back. So I don't know if they'll make her exit for good, or will she just be a recurring character, or is it that the actress is leaving for good? I don't know, but I wouldn't be surprised if we do see her in the 100th episode, maybe as Amaya, who knows. But a big WTF cliffhanger was the legends leaving the place, but then Sara does get sucked into this portal and she's abducted. Now what happens to her was actually revealed, and it's that she got abducted by aliens, like the Dominator type thing that we saw a couple of years back. And it is pretty interesting, and I can't wait to see what's there for next season alongside the 100th episode, which we could wait for as well. But yeah, Legends is going to be a really, really long time till we see it again. It's going to take as long as Supergirl to come back. Overall, this episode was very enjoyable, but the problem wasn't solved, so I will give this finale a 9 out of 10. Now, you guys might be like, why 9? 9 is like too high for this. And the reason behind this is I know the problem wasn't solved and stuff, but this episode was just so goddamn enjoyable and really, really fun to just watch and get entertained by. And although the synopsis for next season was revealed, I have to give it to the Sara cliffhanger as well, for those who had no idea what happened to her, because that does actually serve as a really, really good cliffhanger for those who have no idea what happens. But yeah, Legends definitely redeemed itself from season 4, and this wasn't the best finale out of all the Arrowverse shows this season. Like, Arrow still tops number 1 for me, 100%, but definitely Legends probably gets the second place for me. So congrats, Legends, you made it very high in the list this season, and I was very, very impressed with how season 5 worked. But yeah, guys, this is pretty much it for this video. If you guys have enjoyed the video, please give a like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video.